Marianah Lourens met Kuns in Vermaak. Yes, Marianah Lourens with art and entertainment. And once again, we're in the green room at the little theatre, right inside, behind the stage, behind the orchestra pit. Don't know if you know that, Ian. I have Ian with me, Ian Mitchell from the Music Kitchen.
Yeah, Marianne, thanks for having me. It's the first time I've actually been here.
Is it?
I got lost on the way.
Because that door that you see over there, it goes to the orchestra pit and it's underneath the stage almost.
Lovely, lovely. It's a good place to be today when it's so hot.
Yeah, the stage, of course, is above us.
Okay, yeah. But certainly not the last time I'll be visiting you guys here. Yes.
I'm glad, because we always go see shows with you, and now you can come and see shows here when you get a break. But the break is here. I mean, we've had an amazing December. I also have Portia Appolis with me, and she, of course, is a teacher of ballet and also a mom.
Yes.
I know you're a mom.
Thank you for having me. Yes.
As said, we're into the new year. We've had our New Year's wishes, but now we have to face everything. So let me get back to you, Ian, because you've got 2 shows now.
Yeah,
one tomorrow.
These 2 shows pretty much end off our season lineup. It's been fantastic. It's been busy. We haven't had much sleep, but we're very thankful for that based on the last 2 years of COVID where we haven't been able to be open. So we've got 2 fantastic South African shows coming up. Jesse Clegg is returning tomorrow to the Music Kitchen with his band. Poor Jesse's been through a tough year. You know, he lost his wife to cancer a couple of months ago, and his dad obviously probably 8-9 months. So he's had a tough time. We can't wait to welcome him here at the Music Kitchen. And as usual, you know, Jesse sells out at the Music Kitchen, and tomorrow's no different. And then Thursday, we go down the route of the blues music, which is one of my favorite genres. And we've got 2 of South Africa's best who are collaborating on the night. So we've got Gerald Clark and Albert Frost joining forces with an amazing band behind them. One of the best bass guitarists in the country, Skull Bear, will be on stage, and we're looking forward to that. And you know, that's the icing on the cake for me, ending a lovely and very busy season at the Music Kitchen.
And we'll come back to what else the Music Kitchen offers now. Let me get to Portia Appolis.
Yes.
And yes, Portia, of course, Toynbee Ballet. That is such an interesting name. Tell me how you got to that.
Oh, well, I started at the Toynbee Ballet School years ago. Gwen Mary Wells was my teacher, and Jenny Aston was my teacher. So
really
that's
old, known names.
Yes, that's where I trained, and that's where I did all my exams.
I won't ask how long ago that was or what years.
Let's not talk how many years ago that was.
But it was quite a long time ago, because the people who do remember them, I mean, they know their names, but they didn't actually really know them like you did.
Yes. No, that was a long time ago. So I did my teaching exams at the Toynbee and through Gwen Mary Wells. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm teaching ballet, modern dancing, contemporary dancing, creative movement dancing, aerobics and fitness. And then I also have an assistant who teaches the hip hop for me.
Okay, yes. And who's your assistant?
His name is Ashwin, so the youngsters love him and he's quite popular.
Absolutely,
yes.
With the hip-hop especially.
Yes,
I mean, and you know, the thing is, the young way of dancing, I mean, they're doing this piano and stuff, but if it's done well, it's good. If it's done badly, it's not so good. But if it's done well, it's good.
Yeah,
because it's all performing arts. And you at St. Thomas?
Yes, that's our private classes. That's happens like on a Saturday morning through to Saturday afternoons, where we offer all the dance classes.
Okay.
Yes.
But during the week?
And during the week as well, in the afternoons, and during the week in the mornings, I go to preschools where I offer the creative movement dancing and ballet basics and modern dancing basics and hip hop basics for the preschoolers.
Oh, that is so amazing.
Yes, that's like an extramural activity. Oh. So I go to quite a few preschools in
yes, because you've got ages 4 and up.
Yes, actually 3 and
even
some
3
younger than 3 too. We just had our show in December and it was amazing with all these little ones and bigger ones and
because it's amazing sometimes when you look at 2-year-olds who you think they're only 2, But when they hear music, you see, that's when you know they're going to be into dancing.
Yes, absolutely.
The way they react to music.
They love it.
Yes.
They love it. Really.
And of course we do know that the arts, performing, creative, whether you're the one who's doing it or whether you're the one who's beholding it, it's therapeutic.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's why we were so miserable, depressed during COVID. And also, Ian, when we got back, we had to sit so far apart and
going back to the dance and music, I think it's so important for the young children to be exposed to dance and music. That freedom of expression, I think us as adults, we get shy to move and dance in front of people. If you look at the kids, they've got this freedom of movement, and when they hear the music, I think they could teach us a lesson and, not worry about what other people are thinking about, looking at you dance or whatever. I like to shuffle every now and again. Can't say I'm the best dancer, but, my sister is a dance teacher in Cape Town. And, if you look at the young kids who have been exposed to music and dance, I just think it opens up so many avenues and doors and confidence, that confidence of being able to present yourself, you always look at the dancers, they come with a lovely posture. I think with modern day technology, cell phones and tablets, the posture of our young kids is terrible, and I'm always moaning at my son and my daughter and they're saying, sit up straight, and dance gives a natural good posture, and body language is so important. And I think dance and music offers young kids and adults an opportunity to present yourself in a way that is so much more friendly and open, and I think it's very important, and I think you're doing a wonderful job getting involved with the kids there, and I'm trying to encourage my son, who's now 13, to start enjoying music and Music Kitchen, and it's not a cool thing to do for a 13-year-old boy who likes to play rugby, but I'm trying to encourage him, because if I look back at myself, one of my biggest regrets, I played sport professionally for 9 years. But my biggest regret is not learning how to play an instrument properly as I was a youngster, because it wasn't a cool thing to do.
Well, we weren't always offered, even you guys, your generation, weren't offered, we were certainly not offered that as subjects in school like they are now.
Yes, yeah.
And the kids should just grab it. But also, of course, the Music Kitchen offering now all sorts of shows there, more than just... Look, in the beginning, it was a small little space, and it was like a bit of stand-up performances, the comedy, and like a two-man show or something like that. Now you're having quite big bands. You have Jesse Clegg, and he's got a British band, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's been a journey, Marianne. We bought the business going on 8 years now. In March will be 8 years. I used to go there as a regular patron. I love the space. I love going to listen to music. I was one of those guys if I'm going out on a Friday night, I'm looking for a place that's got some live music instead of any other options. And I fell in love with the place, and I had a vision for the place before it was even an opportunity to become a business for us. And we have evolved, and obviously COVID was tough, but we had a decision to make with COVID. I still had a corporate job at that time, and then I was retrenched in the middle of COVID. So I had a choice. What do we do? Do we try and plotter along and try and just, survive, or do we invest in the business? And we decided to invest in the business. So now we've got a little coffee shop there that operates during the day. We've converted the old house into accommodation where we can accommodate the bands, and we run it as an Airbnb when we don't have artists there. And then we've obviously increased the space for the bands. We've got a little outside stage now. We can do outside stuff. And we've increased the space. Before
you bought it, and years ago, wasn't it all done outside?
Yeah, well, it was, originally that's where...
The Fire Club?
The Fire Club.
I knew
Tony and Cliffy Kleb.
Yeah, but even before them...
Dorian du Toit.
Yes. He's the one that... he's like... because his twin brother's daughter went to school with our daughter.
Okay.
But they were like chalk and cheese. They were twins, but they were like chalk and cheese. But he's Doran.
Doran still performs every now and again at the folk club that's hosted there by the Four Winds Music Club.
Yes.
That's an institution. It's the oldest music society in South Africa. It's been going through since the 60s. And in the beginning of December, they did their year-end show. It was a great success. And they offer a lovely platform for non-professional musicians to get on a stage and perform. And if you haven't been down to a Four Wind Folk Club, I'd say to the listeners out there, get there and just come and see what it's all about. Or if you're a budding musician, doesn't matter if you're young, old, or whatever, there's an opportunity to get on the stage and perform.
Exactly.
And it's a very forgiving platform. If you make a mistake, everyone in the crowd's been there.
We are talking about you guys 4 wins. We're giving you airtime, but they are amazing.
Fantastic.
And I mean, the Fire Club used to be so, we used to go there, sit outside round the fire, and it was literally, you sat around the fire and people performed on a little stoop.
Yes, yeah.
That was just a little outside stoop in the backyard. It was amazing. And we used to go there, and I don't even know, it was the 80s, around about 80s, 90s.
Yeah, I mean, it's an institution.
It's long ago.
And
yes, I want to say going even back, Portia, to the 60s, you know, when I was into the bebop and jive.
Yes,
and we used to twist and, twisting the night away and all that old stuff. But we weren't really offered, and being Afrikaans, ek meen, rarig, jy gaan nou nie jou kind laat dans nie. Ek meen, she's got to get a real job. And we had to get real jobs. But I'm 77 now. And when I was in my 60s, I even did some tap dancing classes with Jerry Fortuyn. And that was so fun. It was just fun. I used to say to Jerry, listen, I'll stand at the back. You just concentrate with the people at the back, in the front, and I'll do the back, because there's something about dancing, and I like tap. It's really unique, and we don't actually have enough of it, but got a big tap dancing fraternity here in Kaberga.
Yes.
But yes, so what are we looking forward to for 1923, Portia?
2023.
2023. You see, the granny is falling right back into her way back. 2023, what can we look forward to?
Definitely exams, dance exams, competitions, PE Dance Festival, Friendly City Dance Festival, and hopefully another great show at the end of the year again. That's what we do. We prepare our students for exams, dance festivals, competitions, and of course the big show that everyone looks forward to. You know, they want to see the child on
I actually spoke to Ricky Moss about the St. Thomas's auditorium revamp. I believe it's going to be happening. They've been talking about it long enough.
Not quite sure. Let's hope. Yes, let's hope. Let's hope that happens. I'm not
because that's
sure.
a lovely venue.
It is a
they just have to jazz it up a little bit. But now, what I want to ask you, Donya, Portia, Toynbee. I've got Toynbee in my head, and I keep wanting to call it Tanya, but she is Portia, and that's such a beautiful name. And
Thank you.
Such a meaningful name if you know Shakespeare.
Oh, yes.
Yes. You know who Portia was in Shakespeare.
I can't say. I was a ragabugger sporty guy.
I mean, you had your one.
Me and academics have never ever been, and literature, and they've never been used in the same sentence. Anyway, but
you might have had your one Shakespeare prescribed book.
I did. I think we did Othello. Yeah,
and that's it.
That was it. That was it.
But Portia was actually quite a controversial character because she dressed up as a male. She was in law. They weren't even allowed to. And she was the one where the pound of flesh thing comes from.
Okay. I'll have to do some research in the next time we meet.
It's an interesting story. Just go read that Shakespeare story. Because she actually told him he can cut out the person's heart, but not an ounce more or less. Because he wanted his pound of flesh. And so of course
got some homework to do.
So he couldn't cut out the heart. But what I want to ask you is, you don't just wake up one morning and say, I want to dance.
No, you've got to really be dedicated and committed. Go to those classes every day or every second or third day.
No, but I mean, how did you know that you wanted to go to the classes? Because how small were you?
I was quite small, very young, and I enjoyed dancing. And that's where it starts.
Preschool? Was it primary?
No, I think it was a primary school.
Yeah.
But you need to enjoy it. Because if you don't enjoy it, you need to have that passion. If you don't have it, then...
But where did you get it?
Yeah, you watch these movies, dance movies on the TV, and when the music starts, you just want to dance, and that's when I enrolled. My mom enrolled me at the Toynbee, and that's how it just started.
Mom, I want to learn to dance.
It just started from there. Just started from there.
So it was just
passion. Yes,
you knew what you wanted to do from that small.
Yes.
And Ian, obviously, you don't wake up one morning and say, one day I want to buy a house and convert it into a performing arts center kind of thing.
No, never. I don't think it's ever been on my radar, and it just happened pretty quickly. And I've always been a music fan. As I said earlier, I'm always the guy looking for the live music. I'm always looking for new music to listen to when I get home, even though we've got music full time at the Music Kitchen. When Renee and I ride home, we're always searching for new music, and we listen to an array of genres. There's not one genre that I can say. There's maybe some of this death metal that I don't quite understand. But everything from jazz to blues to rock to folk, and I don't know. And it's funny because my parents weren't like that. My dad likes the classical music. He loves his classical music. My mom, she liked the dance side of things. She worked at Standard Bank as a typist for many years. And one of the gentlemen that worked there was a world ballroom dancing champion. And we were always dragged out to theatre shows as children. And my sister got involved. She did ballet, Spanish, ballroom, and all that. She teaches in Cape Town.
So the arts have been actually instilled in you by your parents?
I'm not sure. As I say, I was more the sporty guy. My dad was a sporty guy. My mom was on
but
more...
But you were exposed to, because
I was exposed to it,
when I was small, 5 and 6 and 7 years old, my grandma had an old-fashioned gramophone that you used to have to wind up. It looked like a box, a square box, and you had to put the vinyls on. And my brother and I, holiday times at my grandma's, we used to just all day long play all this music.
Lovely.
And I think you just like music, you enjoy music. And if it's available in your parents' home, because I also like classical, I also like choral, because my grandma and opera, they used to play it.
Sure.
I can hear it still in my granny's lounge. And I also don't like the hard metal, the hard rock and metal. I really don't enjoy it, but I will listen to it if it's good.
For sure. I don't quite understand it. And then when I chat to the guys who like it or who play it, and it's almost like therapeutic for them, and it doesn't have that effect on me.
But that's when you come from the Woodstock era, you know what the therapy was. No? But listen, they get a hold of you, they can just look at Music Kitchen on Facebook.
Yeah, we're on all social media platforms.
Mention them all.
That's Facebook and Instagram. We're in the process of developing a new website, so we'll put that on all our social media platforms as soon as that's up and running. But yes, just if I can have one shout out for Thursday night show, which will be Gerald Clark and Albert Frost. Probably in my opinion, one of the best vocals in the country, being Gerald Clark, a great guitar player, and then Albert Frost, who's world renowned for his guitar playing. So Albert started playing with the Blues Brews when he was 13 years old.
So there you go.
So, his dad was the drummer of the band. He passed away since, and his mom has since married the bass guitarist of the same band.
So there you go. Lots of history there. So people can go look it up. Music Kitchen, Instagram, Facebook. And
our new webpage is on the webpage,
but they'll see that on Facebook.
Correct.
And then also Portia Appolis, Portia, Portia, and Appolis with 2 P's, Olis.
Dance and Fitness Studio, yes. Facebook.
And of course, their motto is "We live to dance."
Yes.
And thank you so much. Our time is now really up. About 10 minutes ago, my techie told us we've got 5 minutes left. So I have to say goodbye and everything of the best for the rest of 2023.
Thank
Granny
you.
did it right this time. And yes, I'm going to be looking forward to shows at the Music Kitchen, and of course that Airbnb. They
Come
can
and have
find
a coffee
you.
there. And,
coffee shop. What the times of your coffee shop?
Coffee shop opens at 8 in the morning and goes till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah.
8 till 3.
Monday to Friday. We don't run it during the weekend.
Coffee shop. Good stuff. Thank you so much for coming in. See you at the Music Kitchen, and thank you so much, Portia. See you wherever your show is.
Absolutely.
See you there. Be blessed. Keep going. And it's time for me, Marianah Lourens, to say goodbye with art and entertainment. Ja, Kuns en Vermaak en Marianah wat nou groet met Arrivari.